They want to reduce the politics in the country, to campaign about things that don't impact on the lives of the people. They're running around saying all sorts of things. Talking about unemployment is at the lowest in the history. When them account a person who is working for 1 hour for the week as being employed. Catch. Yellow. Comrade Chairman, comrade councillors, and I want to say special respect to Comrade Lewis. A very thoughtful presentation. And I want to just say greetings as well to my own councillors that are here, Councillor Jackson, and of course the Mayor, Councillor Delancey. Victor Wright, big up yourself. And of course, candidate Dr. Miranda Wellington. You know, Miranda turned doctor and I keep it a secret. I don't understand what I'm going. When the Prime Minister did turn to doctor, we see all kind of stuff that go on. I don't understand how we see your doctor think on TV. You know, comrade doing for us, my brother and my friend. And comrades, I want just, comrades all, greetings. And to those who are watching online, greetings as well. I want to just pick up on something though that the councillor said. You know, politics is not just about the individual that you have as a councillor. You want to get the full team in place. What Comrade Lewis is able to do as your councillor, if he's there by himself, it's going to be difficult to do all of what he wants to do. With the best of intention, it's going to be difficult. He needs to have a member of parliament beside him to support him so that you can get more done for the people of the division. It is obvious that the one that is there now is not going to work with him. It is obvious. You need to get somebody that go to the same church, somebody from the same party that will be there, that will work and partner with him so that the people of the division can have a better quality of life. You also need to have a government in place, because when he goes down to the parish council and they ask for resources, the amount that they have to spend depends on what the minister of local government sends back to them. The minister of local government is determined from the party that is in power. So you want to have the PNP in power so that you have a PNP minister of local government who will put priority on local government and ensure that sufficient resources are there to deal with your local issues. So the mission to win Central Westmoreland is a mission so that the division, the constituency, and the country can be better off. Now, I want to say a few things. This evening, elsewhere within this constituency, the other side was having a meeting. I've been listening to the Prime Minister of the country. I never vote for him, but I am my Prime Minister. And he continues to go on the platform and say he's asking for decency, and his party is campaigning on decency. This evening, right here in Central Westmoreland, the MP from Southwest St. Catherine, Everett Warmington, went onto the platform and of course even bad word on the platform in front of the media and everybody. And I want to know what sort of disciplinary action will the Prime Minister of Jamaica, who said he's asking for decency, what disciplinary action will he take against Everett Warmington? Hold on. And I want to go further. Because when I go to a stage show, and Sizzla Kalonji or any other dancehall artist go onto the stage, and they use what they refer to as indecent language, police charge them. I am calling on the JCF to charge Everett Warmington for his behavior on the platform. Hold on. All them are going like them a bullbuck and dopey conqueror, like a for them country, like everybody else. They're just afraid of them, and they can do whatever they feel like. This country does not belong to the labor rights. This is our country, all of us together. And we don't want that sort of behavior from leaders in the country. Leaders must set example. But this behavior is coming about because the head of the stream is dirty. I hear them talking about Mark Golding this and Mark Golding that. If them think we are running election based on who born ya and who light versus who black, them make a sad mistake. We are running election based on how we are going to fix road, give people water, give people employment, cut poverty rate, fix hospital, and that we are running election on. Oh, Darrell Vaz could have got check and find out when Mark Golding get stamped in his passport. Then why him not go down a RGD and pull up Mark Golding birth certificate which shows him born at the University Hospital of the West Indies? They want to reduce the politics in the country, to campaign about things that don't impact on the lives of the people. They're running around saying all sorts of things. Talking about unemployment is at the lowest in the history. When them account a person who is working for 1 hour for the week as being employed. They're running around saying that when we have 700,000 persons in the country who are of employment age, who not in a job and not looking for a job. How will you put that in context? The Labour Party support in the country, the highest number of votes that they have ever gotten in the entire Jamaica is 430,000. There are 700,000 Jamaicans of employment age who are not in a job and now look no job. Way more than the highest number that them ever get. And at the same time, them running around talking about 3% unemployment rate. How unemployment that 3% and KFC are giving $1,000 worth of chicken and the whole place pack up? The people that never have no work. $1,000 something for the meal deal when $1,000 something for it. And then tell me say only 3% unemployment rate in our country. And the country almost locked down for the $1,000 worth of chicken. But comrades, why is it that the PNP wants to win this election? They are trying to spread this argument that the only thing we are campaigning on is corruption. It is not true. It is not true. It is true that corruption is a part. We are bona fide upon corruption. That is true. But it's not the only thing that we are campaigning on. And I am putting it to you that the people who are saying we should not campaign on corruption are more a part of the problem than the solution. Because corruption robs opportunity. When the government corruptly takes away the money from the people, it does not leave that money to buy one extra bed to put down at the hospital. It does not leave that money to buy extra chairs and desks put in at the classroom so that your picnic can learn. It does not leave that money to ensure that the roads that you drive on, you don't have to service your car every week and your front end and leak out. It ensures that you can have water in your pipes. When the government takes away that money, it's not there to do that. And so we are against corruption. And we're not making any apologies for it. The country cannot continue like this. No other country in the world would have a leader that his statutory declaration cannot be certified. No other country in the world. I'm watching a video with an African leader who tell them, say if them don't declare, them have to pack up and leave. And in Jamaica they want to convince us. Oh, so much stopping upon us. In Jamaica they want to convince us that we shouldn't have a problem with the Prime Minister not being certified. And I hear some of them want to make the election about who wear fitted jeans, who wear Clarks, who wear this and who wear that. Look here. Is that the relationship nobody are looking, you know? A leader we are looking for. Leader we're looking for. And the qualities of a leader are not those things, you know, what color Clarks you want to wear, whether you wear Clarks, yes or no. A leader we want, the country wants leadership. We want a leader who can recognize that going around the country to put up balloon, to cut ribbon for one house does not solve the housing situation that is in the country. We want a leader that understands that you have to go beyond that to solve the housing problem and the housing crisis that is in the country. The next PNP government is going to revolutionize how we deal with land and housing. And I want you to listen to me good. Because when you go to a road and buck up a labor right and them run off them mouth, I want you to kill them with argument. Let me not say kill them with argument, because everything we say nowadays then take it and turn into something else. You know? We sing with song about blood and fire, comrades and violence we preach. And we say the word is love. The word is love. We come in peace. I want for you to have argument to give them. Right now, there are 700,000 people living in Jamaica who are on a piece of land that they don't have title for. 700,000 people. Me know some Indians. In order for you to claim that piece of land, you have to wait for 60 years if it's a government piece of land before you can claim it. The next PNP government is going to reduce that from 60 years to 25 years. Make it much shorter for you to be able to claim that piece of land and become the rightful owner. We are going to build 50,000 houses in our first term. Each MP and MP candidate has been asked to identify land. So Dwayne has to identify land in central Westmoreland for us to build that housing scheme. And when we build it, none of the houses will pass $10 million. It's a starter unit, won't pass $10 million. And we are committing that for every house that is built or funded by the NHT, the land portion of the house you will get for free. That means if he identifies a piece of land in this division and we build, say I get 600 of the houses and him say one build some in each one of the division them. Same building 120, because 5 division you have, no sir. and the house comes out to $10 million, and the land, the portion for the land is $2.5 million, you will only pay $7.5 million for the property. Immediately, you will have equity, asset of $2.5 million. Meaning if you sell it right away, you'd sell it for 10 and that's 7.5 you pay. So you'd make $2.5 million. Immediately, you have something. We know that everybody can go down an NHT right now. Because this government has taken the NHT portfolio and given it to the private banks. Banks are in the business of making money. And therefore, when you go to get a loan now from NHT, all sort of fees, because the banks are in the business of making money. They also took away the preferential rate from public sector workers and members of the disabled community. I wonder if you know what I just say. They took away the preferential rate from public sector workers and members of the disabled community. Then what kind of government could we have that would take away a benefit from members of the disabled community and the public sector workers that are building this country? We are going to return the preferential rates to the public sector workers and to members of the disabled community. Hold on. No, this is another sort of meeting. Wait after. When we do that, and persons here say, yes, I want to finally get a chance to own a house. If you don't have a pay stub right now, you can't go down an NHT. We have seen that as a problem. We know that you have taxi driver, you have hairdresser, barber, nail tech, you have people who have them cook shop, people who work in a restaurant, all sort of people who earn their money, farmers, but you don't have a pay stub. We will allow you to move into the house when it is built, pay rent at the same level of the mortgage for the first 6 months. So that same house that I just described to you, that will come out at $7.5 million. Your mortgage would be roughly $15,000. And you will move in and pay that per month as your rent. Once you show us for 6 months that you are reliable, we can depend on you to pay it. We will take that as our verification. We no longer need any pay stub. And you will move from renting to owning the house after 6 months under our rent to own program. This will ensure that no matter who you are and where you come from, you can have dignity of owning your own house and pushing your own key. For the young persons who want an opportunity to live by themselves, live on them own, start life. No one if you catch with mama and papa no more. Because you say you turn man and you turn woman now. When they want to buy a house, they ask you to pay a deposit, 5 or 10% of the value of the house. So if the house is $7.5 million, 10% is $750,000. You have to pay that down as a deposit. Most of the young people cannot find that to pay. So what we have said is that under the next PNP government, we are going to take $1 billion from the NHT and we're going to put it in a deposit fund. And young people 35 years and younger who have been contributing to the NHT for at least 2 years will get $500,000 towards their deposit as a grant, free. You don't have to pay it back. So you can go there and pay the deposit and own your own house. We are not coming with this thing where one prime minister built 300 houses in 8-9 years. And every time he might give out one, to a known laborite and come down here and tie up balloon, green, yellow and black. One big old ceremony if he cut ribbon for one dege house. Mark Golding and his Minister of Housing, Floyd Morris, will come down here to open housing schemes, apartment complex, so we can have multiple people owning a house. When you get the mortgage, there's a problem. Because some of when we say we turn man and we move out, you know, we'd have to just buy one mattress straight on the floor and buy one fan and we go on tough you out until we can buy some other things put in our house. So we'd have to do it. Hold on, Bridget. We'll talk after a meeting, man. Once you get the mortgage, we are going to give you a 3-month period before you start making the mortgage payment. During that 3 months, you will be able to go and buy one little bed set and buy one little stove and one little fridge and put some things in your house before you are required to make the first mortgage payment. 3 months break before you make the first payment so you can do some things. We are also going to do what we call the Portia Initiative. The Portia Initiative will look at the Operation Pride schemes that are not completed and will go and ensure that we finish the infrastructure in those schemes. It will also ensure that we build sidewalks for persons so that you can commute as pedestrians without fear of being mowed down by persons who are driving. That's just housing. They get up and say we only campaigning on corruption. We have no ideas. All of that is just housing. When it comes on to education, we are going to ensure that we deal with this problem where children are missing school because they either don't have the money for fare or they don't have the money for food. And whenever we look at these situations, these children automatically, when they miss school, end up doing bad. Because when you go to school, what you learn today is a foundation for what you are going to be taught tomorrow. So if you miss today, when you come tomorrow, you're not going to be able to follow the thing because you didn't get the lesson from the day before. So it's not like you can just get up and miss 2 days of school and nothing will happen. It's going to affect your education. We have looked at the studies that show us that half of the people in Jamaica, 55%, are suffering from moderate to severe food insecurity. They are not eating properly. Half of the people in the country not eating properly. So what we are going to do is that under the next PNP government, we are going to ensure that there is one warm, nutritious meal to every needy child in school all over Jamaica, primary and secondary school. And the produce to prepare that meal, we will identify the schools, ask them to do their menu so we know what they need each time. They will come to the member of parliament. They will say to him, for October we are going to need X amount of Irish, X amount of yam, X amount of pumpkin. And he will in turn go to the farmers in the constituency and let them produce the items and get a guaranteed market where they sell it to the school for us to prepare those meals. It's not no Nutribullet and them thing that we are going to feed them on. A warm, nutritious meal. There's a big conversation taking place right now about transportation of students. VAS is trying to tell us that 100 buses are going to carry 300,000 students to school. It's impossible. It is impossible. But I'm not going to argue with VAS because it's not going to make a difference. It is not going to make a difference. 100 bus can't carry 328,000 people to school. It can't happen. There's a set period of time that you leave out to go to school. School starts at 8 o'clock. What time would you have to start transporting them to bring all of those people to school? Right? What we are going to do, we are going to give $500 per day, $2,500 per week to 20,000 students for them to get help with transportation to go to school. That means we will not be competing. We will not be competing with the taxi driver. We will not be competing with the man who won in bus now who I work with the school and I transport them. We will give the money to the parents so they can get the students to school and get them on time and get them there safely. 20,000 versus the less than 10,000 that those buses will be able to carry. The next thing is that we have a literacy problem in Jamaica. The other day, we saw in the papers where they said there's a school in Kingston. Hold on one. They said there's a school in Kingston where 70% of the students there can read at the level that they're at. 70% in grade 7. Now I want to stop for a second and think of these things, you know. I see Spragga Benz, the artist, post something since day about the dead picnic them. I may soon get to that. But him say, at times when people start behaving like something wrong in another country, and something is wrong. How can you have a school where in grade 7, 70% of the children are reading at grade 3 level? How really a God? What really a God? And when you check the age of those students, a student that is in grade 7 is either 10, 11, or 12. Some might be 13. Right? Somewhere between 10 to 13. Any child that is in grade 7. What age does a child start going to school? At 3. So if the child is 13, which is the oldest one that is in grade 7, and they started going to school when they were 3, not 10 years now, they go to school. Are the Labour Party in a government for the last 10 years, and Labour right make them pity they don't get no education. Darrell Vaz can't understand this much. Can't understand this much. It's a fundamental problem. If you can't read, it takes away so many opportunities from you. Then you have some students now who overcome the worst of situations. They still afford to go to school. They still afford to pass exam. PEP, go to high school. And with all the odds against them, father not in the house, mother this, them have beat them have to go, them have to help with the other picnic, them to take care of them. They still find a way to pass their subjects. And we have students who have passed 10, 11, 12, 13 subjects. And we have them work in a supermarket. We have them work in a call center. People are going with all sort of foolishness. We have them work in a Chinaman store. We have them work all sort of place. Like they can advance themselves and go to university as well. Under the next PNP government, the first child in every family that qualifies to go to university will get a full scholarship from the People's National Party government. Time come, man. Time come. Poor people, Pitney, must can become anything they want to become as well. If you apply yourself and work hard, you must be able to become anything that you want to become. It can't be that just certain people can become what they desire to be. When it comes on to the others who may not qualify for the scholarship, but they go into university. Like when I was going to scholarship, nevertheless, so I forgot students loan. And when I went to students loan, I never have nobody in my family who could have come and say them a guarantor. I want my church brother have to come and say I'm a guarantor. Raw poverty me I come from. When I'm a church brother, thank God for Jesus. Yeah? Long time we in our church, that's why I preach on my time. And right now, when I went to university and left as a doctor, and I went to the hospital to do internship, students loan wanted from me $60,000 per month as my payment for my students loan. And $90,000 they went to pay me, you know, on students loan. 90. Before you do duties and them things. And students loan was 60 out time. You can imagine. I remember saying, mommy wash dirty clothes, he said me go to school. So me have to take care of mommy, you know. Right? Because me a good boy, and me take care of mommy before me take care of myself. Me rather hungry and mommy alright. But me now make mommy suffer. Me now make mommy suffer, you mad? And they wanted 60 out of the $90,000. How? How would I get to work? How would I pay my rent? How would I eat food? So we have said, under the next PNP government, the students that go to students' loan to take a loan to go on and better themselves, we are going to cap the amount that students' loan asks them to pay at a percentage of their salary, about 10% or somewhere thereabout. So it's a manageable amount of your salary that you pay to students' loan so you can still live your life. And during the time that you are unemployed, them come in with all sort of credit score now. When you owe something, it mash up your credit score so you can't get a loan in the future. If you decide to go take out one car or go take out go take a mortgage, you can't get it because the students' loan mash up your credit ratings. We are going to ensure that during the period of time that you are unemployed, the students' loan does not attach any penalty and no interest is accrued on your thing during that time until you are employed and can make the payment. We have in Jamaica one bag of teacher get up and a leave, run left the country a year time, and the government is like them no business, them not do nothing about it. Same thing I go on with some of the nurse them. When I just finished and you went on the ward, a nurse that was in charge on the ward was a nurse whose experience almost made her operate like a doctor. To a senior she was. She had seen many a moons and she understood how the system worked. Now, a nurse fresh out of school for 2 years and them in charge of the ward because all of the other one them are run go away. We have to put something in place to retain our best people. I mean, I talk about like Nigel Clark, we're raising money by 300% and get up and left right after that. We want to ensure that we can get preferential treatment where housing is concerned for our teachers and our public sector workers. That we can get concessions so they can have a car to drive. So that we can make them know that we understand that it is possible that they could benefit from better opportunities if they left. And we appreciate the fact that they decided to stay here with us. We want persons to choose their country not because some other party has said, but because people love them country and mean well for them country and don't want to run away, leave it. But the government has to create the environment that when they stay, them now suffer. How can it be that a policeman is given a license, given a gun to carry throughout the day, and when the same policeman go to FLA and apply to get one private gun, then tell him saying can't get it? The police walk around with an M16 in the day. He shift down and he put on the M16 and turn up at a bus stop with only one ratchet or a bicycle sprocket. How that makes sense? If the man qualified to carry a gun for the government, how comes him not qualified to carry a gun for himself as in personal protection? Under the next PNP government, we will cut out that so police officers won't have to suffer the indignity of being told that them can't get a license fire. We have said that we are going to put $1 billion in place to deal with the creative industries. people who are musicians, artisans, all of them thing, painter, all of them thing, even people in social media. A $1 billion fund. So these people, we can develop their business. When you go anywhere outside of Jamaica, what is Jamaica known for? Our culture, our music, our culture, that's what we are known for. When you go anywhere, you see white people, all sort of people are sing Bob Marley. Some of them don't even talk English, but they must sing word for word the songs of Bob Marley. They know the face of Usain Bolt. But we have not invested in the creative industries. Under the next PNP government, we will make the creative industry a priority. And of course, you know about agriculture. Every previous PNP government put in place the National Health Fund. That is what is refurbishing health center, refurbishing hospital, subsidizing medication, and doing all of that right now. Most of the things were tough than a boss about, and the NHF make him can do it. When COVID came here, if we didn't have the NHF, dog would and yam with supper. We were able to survive COVID because of the National Health Fund. We have put in place the Tourism Enhancement Fund, so that you see them using this and building out the tourist product all over the place. We, in the next PNP government, are going to put a dedicated fund in place for agriculture. The Agricultural Development Fund that will finally make agriculture a priority in this country. What is it that we're going to do with this fund? We are going to ensure that, one, you can get access to funding. So we're going to send some to the PC bank so you can go there and get access to funding to develop your farm and modernize what you're doing. We're going to ensure that you can get help with land preparation by putting some of the heavy duty equipment in the high production, heavy production areas. So you don't have to use fork and them thing all the time, but you can get tractors and plow to come in and prepare the land for you to go out there and plant. We're going to help you with irrigation, help you with input, seeds and fertilizer, help you with storage, so that when your crop come in and it gluttonous on the market, there's gluttony. Let me speak properly before they take me on. There's a glut on the market. You can have somewhere to store the excess until the price goes up. Then you can sell it and get value for your hard work. So, comrades and friends, these are just some of the proposals that we have for you as an next PNP government. So the reason we want Dayton to win is because Central Westmoreland is critical to the fortunes of the People's National Party. Nobody should be in Parliament that is seen on a video with a stool, a beat a woman. Nobody like that not supposed to be in a Parliament. You deserve a decent representative to go in Parliament and represent you. You have man in a Parliament and represent you when you get up for talk, you sound like him a county word them. You want somebody who can get up and properly represent the issues as outlined by Councillor Lewis. Westmoreland has been faithful to the People's National Party. Faithful to the PNP. And look what thing go on in 2020. And we lost the constituencies. And like a man will lose a good woman, we realize what we have lost. And we are coming back to you, having listened to you, having seen the issues, and we are making a new commitment to the people of Westmoreland. Give us another chance. And when you are faithful to the PNP and we get to office, the PNP will be faithful to the people of Westmoreland. God bless you and have a good evening.